Hey everyone, this is the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast, and figured I'd sit down in my broken chair and give you all another segment, another and another thing segment from us, the Dinosaur and the Dude, and as you know from the last one, we're doing these extra segments of content of things that pop up in our head that we don't necessarily want to make an entire podcast about, but also feel like it's worth saying and having its own little space. So here it is, and it's the things that pop up in our head, irk us, that we have to vent about, or that we want to just say, because sometimes there lies the magic. Just saying something is all that needs to be done for you to get it out of your system, release it in some sort of way. Just say it. So the big thing for me, and I mentioned it in the last podcast, episode 9, having and sticking with your goals is a very important thing, and it's a very lonely thing. And I'll just go ahead and admit that. It's a very selfish, lonely thing that you are either going to commit yourself to or not. And the loneliness is okay, but it's still loneliness, right? So it's still something that you have to take under consideration that's going to happen. It's going to be a part of it. It's the toll you have to pay in order to go through your goals. And all the people that are around you during the time of you doing those goals are not really, you really can't bank on those people being the ones that are going to help you, going to be around, going to be involved, going to care, going to genuinely ask how it is that you're doing. Honestly, from my experience, they've been the biggest haters, and they're not I appreciate the vocal haters, the ones that say, "Oh, you ain't shit," but it's a whole nother thing when it's your family, or it's that close friend, or it's the people that you're hanging out with, but they hang out, but you realize they're hanging out with you just because they're doing the shit that they're doing. And when you start to really focus on doing what you're really about, what you're really wanting to accomplish and do, you don't hear from them anymore. They don't call you anymore. They don't text you anymore. They don't want to hang out. They don't have time. Or they want you to meet, but they want you to meet over at their place while doing their thing. And it's cool to give your friends and family their time and support, but it starts to feel weird, and it starts to feel pretty lonely when you realize that it's not being reciprocated. I think that what I've had to really come to understand was that's part of being very focused and dedicated and wanting to see your goal to fruition. When people talk about manifesting and all that kind of stuff, and okay, fine, whatever you want to call it, however you want to push yourself, okay, great. But the process and the means of which you go about doing it, the toll that you pay is kind of sort of the same. I'm not talking about hustle culture. I think hustle culture is kind of burning shit. It's a fuel consumption that it's not sustainable. I think that some people can do that, and those people that do that are very, very effective and try to seem like they're very prominent, and it's the thing that anybody and everybody can do. They'll do that online, they'll do that in video, Instagram and whatnot. But not everybody can. Some people have to have a slow and steady pace, and that's cool, because in the end of it all, as long as you're moving forward, is what matters. The journey is part of, and probably the most important part of, anything that you're trying to achieve. The fact that you're continually doing it, continually going, continually working out, continually looking up information, applying that information towards whatever it is you're trying to do, that's a whole testament to you. And it's a thing that a lot of people don't talk about. Yeah, I just took a drink. It's a thing that a lot of people don't talk about, because I think that a lot of people don't want to talk about how the lows hit them and how the lows really fuck with them. Because you always see somebody working out. And you see them at the gym, but them getting up and getting to the gym, very few people show that. How they react after they leave the gym, very few people show that. The biggest and most important victory is getting your ass up out of bed. A lot of people don't show that, because that struggle right there is so fucking real. They all show what to eat, show this, show that, this, that, and the other, but they don't talk about how much it costs as much, without there being some sort of affiliate link on it. And so how much they're all broke, starving, having to figure out what to do, putting in all this time in order to achieve what it is. And some people have some really, really big fucking goals, and they really do need help. I mean, everybody does, but some people need help that they don't have connections to, knowing how to get that. They don't know how to get that help. They don't have people around them that even can point them in the right direction, let alone have a solid connection themselves to do it. I feel for those people, because I'm one of those people. My goal is not related with anybody that I know. No one is doing what I'm striving to do. And maybe one day I'll get to the point where I'm talking about it directly. But let's just leave it like this, as I'm presenting it now. It's a goal that I've been working on for years. This time last year, I really was in a place of where I was like, oof. Have I just been spinning my wheels and throwing shit at the wall with my own with a perception I've constructed for myself that I'm doing something. And about last year, I was really pissed off with people that I thought were close with me, only to find out that they weren't. And a year later, I'm now back to really pushing towards that goal again, because what I'm trying to achieve is and some people talk about how you can't have everything lined up. What I'm trying to achieve, I have to have certain things lined up. I have to have different things, different pieces to put together. I could put them together. Those things to put together don't have to all be lined up, but the pieces do. So it's been interesting. It's been really interesting to find the means of pushing myself, because I've found that what I thought was a clutch of people that I had in my corner really is less than the fingers I have in my hand, on one hand. And like one of them is an immediate family member. So yeah, it kind of resonates in a way that's different than what you think, and you respond to that where you start to realize that you have to be very, very selfish with it. You have to look at it and say, okay, you're not going to get it. I can't let that deter me. I envision this. I am wanting this. I am going for this. I am striving for this. I'm trying to connect with people that will help me achieve this. Because if I give up what I'm trying to achieve in order to appease other people that have absolutely no connection, have absolutely no desire to be a part of it, they just don't want you to do the things that you're wanting to do, you're going to regret that. And I, as some people know, I would rather be in the bed not having achieved a goal than in the bed wishing I would have tried to achieve a goal. I would rather have tried and not achieved something than wishing I did. So I get up early. I push myself to get up early so that I can have more and more time to do what it is that I need to do, to work out, to work on writing, to work on making connections, to do things. I get up early and I work at it. And one day's early might not be as early as the next day early, but still you have to put forth the effort, and that's what matters. I think that's a big thing that matters. And for those that are really trying to achieve something that seems outlandish, that seems like no one else understands it, that people that are around you would suggest that you do something else with it, or don't do it there, do it here. Don't talk to you. Don't hang out with you. You're a weirdo. Whatever they like to throw at you, hold true to what it is that is driving you. Make your own fire in you. Don't have your fire rely on other people feeding it. Feed your own fire. Celebrate your achievements. Celebrate your ideas that is evolving and pushing whatever goal it is that you're trying to achieve. Don't throw it away because someone else is not exactly on the same side as you or in the same headspace as you, even if you've explained it to them. Don't throw it away. Just work at it and work at it and work at it and keep going. And don't apply a time limit. By the time I'm 30, I need to be doing this. Fuck that. Fuck that. I have absolutely no clue of how long something's going to take. And if you're judging how long it takes for you compared to somebody else that you happen to see on Instagram doing it, or on Instagram doing whatever the fuck they're doing and saying, I made my million, I made my this, I made 10 million today, I made this, I'm making 100,000 a month. Those are all snapshots on a good day for them. But the bullshit that goes on between those posts, you're not privy to that. You don't know. And, that's the time that people are being tested, like in between these Instagram posts. But people don't see that. And who knows who's come up and helped them or they've gotten funding from this person or that person and you don't, okay, well, your grind is going to be a little bit more intense, but stay at it. Just stay at your goal. Stay at what is driving you. You don't even have to call it a goal. It's just whatever it is that you are driven by. If it's drawing, if it's art, if it's something that you just like, that's where you find your peace. That's where you're driven and you enjoy that and you get up and you're like, God, man, awesome. Cool. But have the discipline to push yourself through that shit that you don't want to do. Because that's the stuff that you're really having. That's where you develop the work. That's where you develop what it is that you really need to do. I want to achieve what I want to achieve, and what I'm setting out for, my goal here. But all the little nuances and things that I have to learn in order to do it correctly, I'm not really into all of that shit as much as just getting the fucking awesomeness that I'm wanting to, have done, birthed. I want to get that so badly. I've been working at it for years, literally years. And the ups and downs is probably going to be another one of these to discuss that. But you got to be prepared to get kicked in the genitals. And you got to be prepared to get slapped in the face by people that you thought were by your side. You just gotta know that you'll have some people cheering you on, and you'll have some people that are celebrating with you. You'll have some people that are helping you with either their time or reading over your business plan, or looking at this pitch piece that you have, or hey, I finished up this art piece. What do you think? You'll have people even give that will. And that's what I mean by people cheering you on. They're giving you their time. They're like, yeah, or they ask you, hey, how's that coming along? They're not really the ones that are writing stuff or whatever, but they're at least engaged in whatever capacity whatever capacity they can be. Then you'll have some people that are celebrating with you, and these are the people that'll show up after all the fucking shit you just went through and you've accomplished it, and they'll want to stand in the pictures with you at the end. Those are the people you got to watch for, because those are the people that you don't want to spend time with, to take away from the people that have been really cheering you on and being a part of it in some capacity that they can be. You got some grandmother that's like, I don't know what you're talking about, baby, but I want to hear you talk about it. I want to hear all that you got going on. That's somebody cheering you on. That's somebody that's like, I want to hear you be fired up about whatever it is that you're fired up about. I might not understand it all. I might not get what it is, but I want to be able to do that. And then you get some people that'll celebrate with you and say, oh yeah, well, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. But as soon as you get your apparel line up, oh man, we did that shit, huh? No, we didn't. You absolutely didn't think this shit was gonna get off the ground. I literally heard you say that to other people. So just be mindful of that. Mindful of the fact that your drive is yours. Your discipline is yours. You have to have your discipline to produce that drive and be dedicated to maintaining it. And I wanted to express that because that's something that I've had to really take note of for myself. Because like I said, last year was it was a brutal ending to the year, and I had to hang out with people that I really felt differently about afterwards. I really felt like, you don't really give a fuck about what I'm about, you know? You just want to fashion it in your own way. And if I hold true to what I'm striving for, you're like, oh, well, I don't fucking care now. I think, there's a lot that I took from that, and there's a lot that I had to find in myself from that in order to be now a year later, um, making strides to sealing up things to really establish my next step with what I'm trying to do. I don't know if it will fall together like I'm wanting to, but that's the thing that I'm really working towards. I know I'm going to achieve it. I know I'm going to achieve what I'm working towards. The how you go about doing it, just be prepared for that little random spin, because how can be a motherfucker, and how could be that thing that really tests you. You think you're okay, I'm gonna do this and do this and do that, and okay, this is the plan of attack, but how, the timing and how, and like all the plans that somebody had, in none of those plans from 2019 and earlier, in none of those plans was COVID. And none of those plans was an epidemic, a pandemic, fucking funerals and people dying and shit like that, and closing of borders and all that kind of shit. None of that. So just be mindful that the time that you go about doing it isn't necessarily something. Don't beat yourself up over that. I should have had this done by now. That could be a question of discipline, and that could be a question of determination and your drive. And that's stuff that you got to realize, oh, I got to work on that some more. I got to work on that some more. I got to work on that some more. And honestly, look at that. Look at that. When you see that, look at that and realize, you know what? If I can't achieve what it is that I'm trying to achieve if my discipline is already fucked. If my discipline's not always improving, if my drive isn't always improving, if my determination isn't always improving, then what the fuck would I be doing with what I'm trying to? Why would I think that I would be achieving anything anyway? So don't get mad at the whole, I haven't done it, and I'm 30 and I haven't done it now. I'm 40 and I haven't done it now. 20, I haven't done it now. Don't get mad at that shit, especially if you're comparing it to others. Don't get mad at that shit. Just keep improving yourself, and moving towards it. That's the big takeaway. So keep it your goals. Keep it what you're striving for. Keep it what it is that is pushing you. Keep your craft. Keep working at it, making it better, because the journey to achieving it is what it's all about. When you get it, oh man, now you got to figure out what to do when you have it. But just keep that going. That's what it's about. And I just wanted to throw this out there, let people know that, if you're striving for stuff, I hope you achieve it. I hope you can hear this and it gives you something to keep going. I needed to say this to keep going. So I hope it does something for someone else just the same. As always, this is the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude, the one and only podcast with the shittiest audio, with the best content. Hope you all are doing well. Continue to do well. Good night, good morning, and hello wherever you are. And we'll be taking a break for Thanksgiving and do a new episode Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and we'll get that out as soon as we can. Should be about like Saturday, maybe the weekend. Anyway, be sure to look up our posting. We'll have it up on Twitter. We're trying to figure out Facebook. We're gonna get that soon. We'll make an announcement on that too. But you know how to find us on the Spotify, Amazon, Castbox, Google Podcast, and many others. And you can look us up on Roku and Apple TV, probably Amazon Prime as well, on the podcast streams on that. Check us out here at Anchor, where you can look at our polls and you can look at previous episodes from us. And again, thank you all for listening. Thanks everybody around the world that's checking us out for 2 minutes to the full time period of each episode. We appreciate it. We really, really do. It's just two ridiculous people thinking that we could get something off the ground and people somehow, some way would enjoy it. So we really appreciate everyone giving us a listen. We'll be doing even better and better content. We know we will. It's just kind of hard to figure out, okay, are we as good as we think we are? We are. But sometimes we're like, I don't know if people want to hear about us doing things at 2:30 in the morning in 10-inch high heels. In any case, thanks a lot. I took another drink. I'm drinking Canada Dry. Bold Canada Dry is the best. It's the best. Fuck the rest. It's the best. Canada Dry. See, Canada Dry needs to sponsor me. That's a perfect commercial. The Dinosaur and the Dude. Canada Dry. You need to get us. We're hot shit. Okay. All right. Thanks everyone. This is the Dude for Dinosaur and the Dude. Be on the lookout for our episode 10 coming up soon. And love you all. And out. Hey everyone, this is the Dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. And if you are in need of something to help you with getting your balance back, your balance throughout your body, not your handstand balance, but getting your balance in your body so you can feel better, better with your sleep, handling that anxiety and that stress, inflammation, clarity going on in the old noggin. Give Bobby Rapscallion a try. BobbyRapscallion.com. They have high potency premium CBD products. Get this, without the THC in it. I don't know about you, but some of us have to take random piss tests. And let me tell you, those things are black and white. You're either positive or negative. Nobody cares if you did the CBD with a little bit of THC in it that's still legal in your state. No, if it shows up you got THC in your system, that's going to be a difficult conversation going forward with you and your employer. You don't have to worry about this with Bobby Rapscallion. Their products are broad spectrum. That means there's no THC in it. You get all CBD and the benefits thereof. They even have, for those that are looking to get better sleep, they even have CBD oil with melatonin in it. I've used that myself, and let me tell you, get ready to sleep. Okay, so give it a try. BobbyRapscallion.com. They're a lifestyle brand that has a kick-ass arrangement of gummies and oils that you will love. So Again, BobbyRossCallion.com. They are they're the sponsor for our podcast. They're great, and we don't have any problem promoting them because they're good. They're good. They're good people. They're good. They're a good brand, and they enjoy helping people just like we do. All right. Thanks.